Chris Curtis in London. He's the political research manager with market research firm YouGov. Chris, by all accounts and calculation, Theresa May is going to face a crushing defeat. How bad is this defeat going to be? Any guesses on the numbers?
I mean, I think it's a fool's game to try and guess the numbers tonight, although the consensus here does seem to be that it is going to be quite a large defeat for the Prime Minister. And actually what's surprising is that this is one of the areas where the Parliament behind me is quite representative of the views of the British people. The vast majority of the British people who have an opinion say they don't like the Prime Minister's deal, and just 23% of the public say that they're in favour of it.
Talk about some of these amendments that are going to be introduced. Are they going to make any difference in this vote?
Well, we're hearing now a lot that many of these amendments might not pass, or a lot of them aren't being moved in the first place. But actually what's interesting is that there isn't really a consensus for any particular way forward. When we've asked the public, for example, would you support a softer Brexit? More people think that that would be a bad outcome than a good outcome. If you ask people whether you'd think a second referendum would be a good or bad outcome, there's momentum behind that idea, but it would be bitterly divisive. If we ended up remaining in the European Union through a second referendum, 55% of Leave voters say that that would be a betrayal.
Chris, why do you think her pleas, British Prime Minister Theresa May's really passionate pleas to accept this deal, that she kept saying this is the best deal for the country, why did her pleas fall on deaf ears?
I think that there's 650 MPs here in the British House of Commons, and they all have different incentives. So on the one hand, you have the largest opposition bloc, the British Labour Party. Now they're thinking about their own electoral coalition. Most of the people that vote for the British Labour Party are people who backed Remain in the EU referendum. Most of those who backed Remain in the EU referendum don't like the Prime Minister's deal. They would prefer that we stayed in the European Union after all, and they want Labour to respect that position. So the largest bloc on that side are opposing it for that reason. On the other side, a lot of her own Conservative MPs, just like a lot of Conservative voters and Leave voters, feel that the deal that she's brought back doesn't honour the referendum result from 2 years ago. So she's fighting this battle on two sides, and at the moment she appears to be losing.
And Chris, is there anything May could have done to make this deal perhaps more palatable?
Well, it seems like she's trying to try anything that she can, and she has done. She's obviously delayed this vote over Christmas. Look, we'll wait to see this evening what she decides to do next. When it comes to public opinion, at least, it seems that there isn't really a consensus for any particular way forward, and that's one of the problems that the Prime Minister is currently facing.
All right, we'll leave it there. Chris Curtis, thank you.